Alright, let me start this YouTube video. Get my arms. Even though I have fat thighs, flabby arms, a pot belly still gives good loving.
Even though I have fat thighs, flabby arms, a pot belly still gives good loving.
What?
Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. So today I thought let me record a 1-year update of my life here in Korea. I've been living in Korea for 1 year, 2 months. I came to Korea 26th of February 2019 and today is 26th of April 2020. So that makes it literally 1 year, 2 months. So it has been a very good experience, but because I can go on and on and on, I decided to actually, this was inspired by Palesa Jonas. I think that's her name, Palesa Jonas. She's another YouTuber from South Africa. Please check her out. I'll leave the link down below. She inspired this video. I watched this video from her and I got inspired to do a similar video to that. So shout out Palesa Jonas. I see you, girl. I see you. All right, so let me get into the questions that will all right, let me get into the questions that will at least summarize and compartmentalize this video, because when I say I can go on for days, I mean I can go on for days. So without these questions, I feel like I'm just going to be rambling, which I already am. So let me get into the first question. I will be writing the question on screen in case you can't hear my pronunciation, but for the rest of the video, if you can't hear my pronunciation, I'm sorry. So I readjusted my camera to just, give you guys a close-up expression of what are we saying? Oh, my hands. I promised that I was gonna hide them from you guys because I haven't done my nails. The first question I have is, what do you miss the most about home? What I miss the most about home is definitely my family. Like, that's a given. So outside of my family and friends, those fall under kind of like the same category. Outside of that, I would say I miss I just miss home, man. I miss everyone else who's not even my family. Like, I miss home. Like, I've been super homesick for the past days. I don't know why. Even during the coronavirus, like, I wasn't as homesick, but lately I've just been hit by a homesick wave, and I just I miss the vibes, I miss the streets, I miss Nice and Nice. I miss the sunsets, I miss Forum, my friends, I miss four ways, guys. I just miss home. I miss the turn up. I miss home, but at the moment in South Africa, the coronavirus has hit, so I think mostly I'm just worried about my family, so I think I miss home because of that. But yeah, I just miss South African people and the South African country. I just miss keep downstairs. I miss home. Yeah, cool. But one of the things I would say, let's just try to at least summarize those thoughts: my family, my friends, and the food and groove and the sunsets. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss the sunsets at home because I've moved, right? So where I'm currently, where I stay at the moment, I can't even see the skies properly sometimes because of the fine dust. So this is outside my window. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can see these are clouds, and that fog that you're seeing is the air pollution, and it makes it really hard to see the sunset sometimes. Even there, it's a bit foggy. I promise it's not my camera. You can see the sky, you can see natural clouds. You go down, and those buildings are just covered in foggy air. That will be the air pollution, and it hinders you from seeing the sunsets. And it's one of the things, I do miss Gangneung more because I could see the skies more clearly on a daily basis. But altogether, I miss South Africa for its sunsets as well. All right, the second question is, how much money have you saved? Like, let's not even do that to ourselves. It's really early into this video to get so negative. Number 3, do you think learning Korean is necessary? Yes, I do. I think learning Korean is very necessary. I think even me and my bad Korean, like I don't even have bad Korean because I would have to have Korean to have bad Korean, you know what I mean? But I can at least read some of the Hangul letters and alphabets. I can read some of Hangul alphabets. I don't even know if that's proper English, but I know that like that alone has assisted me. And now imagine if I was fluent in Korean. Girl, flourishing. Do you know what I mean? So I really think it's necessary, especially if you are trying to integrate with the society, which is super hard, like good luck. But if you're just trying to do your groceries with like no stress, definitely learn it's important. It's not like in our multicultural nations where everything is in English and everyone can speak another language. Not everyone, but like in my country, everyone can speak another language, which is South Africa, if you didn't know. Everyone can speak another language in South Africa and English. Not everyone, but like majority of the nation citizens. That is a mouthful, isn't it? But like the point is, in Korea, now imagine all the signs are in English in your country. Imagine here, all the signs are in Korean. So if you don't know Korean, you are most likely not going to have an easy time getting around. So definitely learn how to read and speak the language fluently. It's one of my goals this year. We're 4 months in and I've not done much about it. So, 2020. Number 4. What was the one time you felt like you didn't belong? Honestly, the entire year last year felt like that. There were moments where maybe it felt more like I didn't belong. But like even this year, like simple things like trying to get a taxi. It happened this year, a couple of weeks ago. I tried to get into a taxi and the taxi driver just drove off. Obviously, like in hindsight, thinking about it, there could be a couple of factors that made that happen. One, he wasn't able to speak English, so he felt like he wouldn't be able to communicate with me. It's not necessarily because, it could be because, I'm foreign, because otherwise if I was Korean, he could speak. But also it's an assumption. I mean, I'm able to speak Korean enough to tell you where I'm going. You know what I mean? So it is an assumption based on how I look or who I am. But 2, I was also, carrying a bag. So some taxi drivers tend to have a lot of things in the boots. So maybe he just felt like, I'm not even going to try to explain that I have things in my boot because I don't know if you are going to understand me, and you drove away. But those instances coupled up with other instances may make you feel like you don't belong. Ooh, there was one time in itu. My friends and I tried to go into this club. Actually, we went inside the club, like we were already grooving. So we went outside for a bit. So we tried to go back inside and they're like, no foreigners allowed. We're like, hold up. What do you mean no foreigners allowed? We're just here, like just now. What do you mean? They're like, no, it's too full, no foreigners allowed. And we're like, okay, cool. But we left our bags inside. Can we get our bags? We're like, can we please get our bags inside? And they were like, so there was just like obviously communication. They couldn't understand what we're saying. And I think many Korean people do assume that foreigners don't know how to speak Korean, which is honestly 90% correct, because I'd say more foreigners I have come across seem to have tried learning Korean more than I have. So we're like, no, we just need our bags, like just give us our bags and we'll will be out of your club. You don't want to be where we are not wanted in the first place, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's definitely one place I did feel like it was an institutionalized exclusion, and it was because we were not Korean. So I did feel like, yeah, sure, cool, I don't belong here. Well, I didn't feel like that. They kind of told us that. So that's one instance. There are probably other instances, but I just can't remember right now. Number 5. What has been the funniest experience? The funniest thing that happened, I don't know, for me it was funny at the time. So last year I lived in Gangneung, and as you know, in Korea it's not safe to drink the water from the tap. So you kind of have to either buy the water. Some apartment complexes actually have a water filtration system on like each floor for all the tenants to go fetch water, like right next to the elevator or like the stairs of the apartment. So in Gangneung, that was the setup. Now, I don't cook with the tap water either. Like, so I really go to fetch the water with my kettle quite a lot, what I used to. And this one time, I was going to fetch the water in the evening, like late in the evening, I'm sure, like maybe before I slept for my tea or something, but I know it was like for a warm beverage at night. And as I get out, I'm like, should I put on my wig? If you didn't know, this is a wig, okay? So I'm like, should I put on a wig? I'm like, I'm too lazy. I've washed my face. I'm ready for bed. I just need this warm beverage to like take me there, you know? So I open the door and I'm like, damn, if anyone comes up and sees me like this, they're gonna be shocked, because I was rocking my Queen Latifah cornrows, except they're an afro, and they were like jacked up, you know what I mean? Like I looked, even a person who's African will tell you that those cornrows were done for, but I was just lazy to do my hair. Anyway, so I opened the door and I'm scared that somebody's gonna, you know, creep up and see me like this and be like, huh, what's going on? Also, I looked scary because, you know, there were no lashes on, girl. There were no eyebrows. So I opened the door slowly and I'm like trying to see if anyone is coming or not, right? And I see this guy fully naked. He rushes and closes his door. So what happened was, I think he also had the same idea as I did with the wig, but this time it was his clothes. So he thought, because he lived literally 1 foot away from the water filtration system. So he thought he probably has done it so many times now. So because it's one step 1 foot from his apartment door, he was doing this, and this part of his body was facing in my direction. And when I opened the door, my wig, the first thing I saw was literally his hair. Like it was funny because we both ran away with like our insecurities. Me thinking, oh my gosh, did he see that I didn't have? Oh my god, did he see that I didn't have hair on? And him thinking, did she see I didn't have clothes on? Definitely so. He was completely naked, guys. We both like shut our doors at the same time, like in a rush. And the first thing I was like, oh, I was like, hold on. There's no way that man was concerned about what is on my head. There was no way, there's no way. So I was literally like, I was less exposed. So I'd say that's definitely the funniest thing that has happened. Okay, number 6, have you made Korean friends? Why or why not? I have not made any Korean friends, and I think that is mainly due to the language barrier. It's a big thing, you know, it really is a big thing. Not being able to speak the same language means you can only communicate such a limited amount of things. You know, you can only just talk about, you know, where you're from, what are your hobbies, and that's probably it. You can't really sometimes connect with people to a level of depth to make strong friendships. I have tried, but I did find that sometimes, well, I did find even through other foreigners that have told me that yes, Korean people tend to make friendships with foreigners for the purpose of practicing their English skills, and that being that, you know, not really open themselves up to like learning more about you or anything like that. It's just about, oh, you know, I want to practice my conversational English, and the only time they call you to hook up, you just know it's gonna be an English lesson for them. So it kind of sucks that it's that way, but like it tends to be because also just as Korean people, they make their friendships when they were young. Most people here, not all, you know, tend to have made friendships since middle school, elementary school, things like that. So those are the friendships they have throughout their whole lives. They're not like us, like I was saying to my other friends, but they're not like us. We can make friends like so easily back at home. You are here with a pink color, as a nail polish. I'm like, girl, I like that nail polish. Where'd you get it from? You know, just from there, a friendship starts. Elevator conversations, friendship starts. Grocery shopping, friendship starts. Anything, anywhere. For them, they hardly just have those stranger meetings that become friendships like we do back at home so casually. I think maybe in clubs or maybe within themselves, I don't know, but it hasn't been easy. And also there aren't a lot of places I can go, especially because I can't speak Korean, and just make friends, you know. So either make friends with foreign people who maybe are teachers most likely, or people you know from home that are already in this country. And that's been somewhat my kind of route, or how it has happened for me. Not that I'm not looking for Korean friends. I would love to have Korean friends because I also want to practice my Korean, but I don't want to have them only on the basis of, oh, let's just language exchange. Like actually have a friend, you know, who is Korean too, who can also help me with my Korean, but is also interested in me as a person, and just like have similar hobbies, just other than just like meeting up for language exchange. I don't know. It just feels a bit one-sided as well, because when you do go to these language exchange meetings, they tend to be just like English practice sessions, other than you actually getting something out of it, even if you're as keen as learning as they are. Because I have been in situations where I have went there with my notebook, pencil, and I'm like, listen, teach me some Korean. And they're like, oh no, let's just have a conversation in English. And I'm like, but like, that's not really gonna benefit me in any way, now is it? Yeah, but yeah, I have not been able to make any good Korean friendships as of yet. All right, number 7. What's the one thing that has changed about you since living in Korea? I would say I think I used to be more outgoing back at home. I'm a person who loves the indoors and loves the outdoors as well. But back at home, I think I had a very striking balance between the two. And being in Korea, I've just become more a homebody, because especially living in Gangneung, in a less versatile part of Korea, I would be reluctant to go outside, especially within the first month, based on the fact that I would be looked at for everything I did. And it used to make me feel very ostracized, and I would ignore the feeling of being a foreigner by staying indoors. Basically, in a nutshell, I would like just not want to go outside because I can just be myself. I don't have to be that person that is not from here, you know what I mean? And over time, although I have become more comfortable living in Korea, and I have moved to a more diverse or a more metropolitan part of Korea. I feel like that habit has stayed with me. I'm literally like, I would choose to stay indoors for anything these days. Like even this weekend, I did get invitations to go out. I made this video an excuse, but I have become more of a homebody. All right, number 8, what has been the most shocking thing about living in Korea? The most shocking thing. Shocking. I think I would categorize this as convenient. Like so many things are so convenient, and so many things are also like, you know, it's like there are things that I feel like, wow, this is definitely ahead of time in terms of where I come from. And there are many things I'm like, like, you're the country that does this, but you still do this too? Like how? Like, you know what I mean? But the convenience of it all here is crazy. Delivery on Coupang is 2 to 3 days maximum. Like, you guys already had it packaged before I ordered it, basically. You know, all you needed to know was who wants it. And I said I did, and it's here. Basically. What else? Like the fact that you can order chicken at a freaking park. Yeah, we know where you at. Do you know what I mean? Like there are so many things that are so convenient here. And the fact that they're so determined to recycling, which is like mind-boggling, and honestly, big ups, because yeah, I struggle with it, but I get it. Yeah, those are the things that I'd say they're most shocking. Obviously, coming into a new country, you're going to have cultural shocks, and there have been many. The shocking thing culturally, I don't think it's a cultural shock, because I don't think it's anyone's culture to spit. I spoke about this on this video, but I'm sorry. I'm so shocked at how many people do it so casually. You know, they do it more than they say hello. Woo-wee. I don't get it. But yeah, the spitting still shocks me even to this day. And that's all about it. Question number 9. What's the most exciting thing about living in Korea? The most exciting thing about living in Korea. The most exciting thing about living in Korea is honestly just exploring different cultures. Like, I'm from Tembisa, 1632. I was about to actually say my house number there for a second. But I never thought, you know, in my childhood that I would be living abroad, you know. And I know this is so common for people to teach English here and travel and yada yada yada, but it has never been an opportunity I thought was possible for people like me. I've always wondered, when am I gonna get on an airplane ever? I thought it would happen like somewhere late in my 30s or some shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so for me, coming here was already exciting enough, and this is like real. And like, so having this opportunity to live abroad, to experience this culture, to, you know, have access to all these things that I thought I would have to work 10 plus years to have access to in South Africa. I love my country, don't get me wrong, but I didn't have the best opportunities there. And I'm not saying this is the best opportunity, but it's definitely giving me at least a chance at other opportunities that I can utilize. Like, just being on YouTube is something that I don't think I would have had the time and energy for back at home. Not in this sense in any case. So I think this world, living here, has given me excitement again into dreaming, into recreating myself, into rediscovering who I was in ways that I don't think I would have like explored back at home. So yeah, I think that kind of went deep. I think this was supposed to be like, yeah, not eating kimchi, but like that's where I went. Yeah, that's it. All right, this is the 10th and the last question. Any regrets about moving to Korea? None.
Okay.
Alright, that is all for today. That is my 1 year update about living in Korea. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please don't forget to like the video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram at itu.skosana. I'll leave all my social links down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.